This is episode 7, we've made it to a week, and in today's video we're going to be talking about colour versus black and white for an actor's headshot. So I think an actor's headshot should always be taken in colour. There's no excuse for it to be taken in black and white. Nowadays with digital cameras they will always shoot with full colour information, and then it's better if you want a black and white version to convert it afterwards. Colour is a really important tool for an actor's headshot, because with a colour image we get so much more detail and information about the person. We don't just get to see their hair colour and eye colour, but also their skin tone in much more detail than what we would do in a black and white image. Now imagine if a casting director was after a very specific look for, say, a commercial, and they needed someone with very bright blonde hair and really deep blue eyes. Now on paper there might be hundreds if not thousands of actors that match that description, whereas in a colour headshot the casting director will instantly be able to see, does that match up to their vision? So it doesn't waste anyone's time, it allows you to showcase exactly what you look like and get called for the auditions that are going to be right for you. I believe that black and white headshots still have their place in the industry as well. Now black and white does a few things. One is that it can make an image appear a lot more dramatic, so it may suit better for some images for certain roles. But another thing that black and white images really do well, it eliminates a lot of distraction in the images, it simplifies it, and it makes it easier for the viewer of that picture to be able to look at the subject and make a connection. And that's something that's quite powerful. When I'm delivering a finished headshot to one of my clients, I really like to include both the colour version and the black and white version of the image. And the reason is because even though you could make your own black and white version of a photo, they're not all created equal. There's different versions of black and white that can be made. There's different filters that can be applied to them, which really make a big difference to the tone and drama in a picture. So for example, this is a red filter. As you can see, my skin tone looks quite bright, maybe like not really many blemishes or anything on it, but it looks really obviously fake. It looks really amateur hour. If we switch it to the opposite, which is a blue filter, this goes the other way. This is probably a little bit too dramatic, and you can maybe see a little bit too much detail on my face. It actually makes me look older, it ages me. We don't want that. I like to settle on a nice mix of some red and some green. It's more of a weighted of 80-20, so 80 green, 20% red. If we just go green on its own, it can be a little too detailed, whereas if we mix in a little bit of red, it keeps the luminosity so the brightness of the picture stays roughly the same, and at the same time we get a nice bit of detail with a little bit of softness. So yeah, that's my quick summary of colour versus black and white. Colour is really important. It allows you to be able to showcase your features, and I think that's the image to be able to go with online and in your Spotlight CV, whereas black and white just has something special to it. Can be used very sparingly, but it can really create quite a dramatic, more interesting look sometimes. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for tuning in. This was episode number 7. I'll see you tomorrow for number 8.